and welcome to this demo of Kubernetes Ransomware Protection with Kasten K10 and Wasabi. In this demo, we'll log into the Wasabi web UI to create a new bucket for Kasten. It's as simple as clicking Create Bucket, entering a bucket name, select your region, and click Next. For ransomware protection, we'll enable bucket versioning and enabling object lock. Click Next. Review your settings and click Create Bucket. One final change needs to be done to the bucket to prepare for Kasten. Select object locking, enable compliance mode, and set a default retention time that's over 21 days. And click Apply. We're now ready for setup of Kasten K10. Let's jump over to the Kasten interface. Here we are on the Kasten UI. As you can see, we've got a nice HTML5 interface. And to set up Wasabi, we'll set up a location profile. Location profile is what Kasten K10 uses as a backup destination. We'll select S3 compatible, and we'll enter our Wasabi details. Enter the bucket name that we just created, and select Enable Immutable Backups. This is supported by Wasabi and Kasten K10. Validating the bucket confirms that everything is set up properly on the Wasabi side. Our location profile is now set, and we're ready to create a backup. Let's take a look at our installed applications in this Kubernetes cluster. We have a WordPress application that's set up. As you can see, all the details on the WordPress application within the Kasten UI, including 2 persistent volume claims. We've got a WordPress application with some unique data. Let's create a backup policy. Click New Policy, select the snapshot frequency and the export frequency out to the Wasabi hot cloud storage. Select your application and click Create Policy. We're now ready to run this policy. Click Run Once to run this policy now. This now starts the backup process of the WordPress application. Inside the Kasten UI, you can watch the progress of the backup to the Wasabi hot cloud storage. In just a few minutes, the backup will be completed out to our new object lock enabled Wasabi bucket. And this export should now be complete. We can now verify that our application is compliant with our data protection policies. What we want to do now is test this policy by actually deleting or attempting to delete the application from the Wasabi interface. I'm logged in with super user access into my Wasabi account. I'm going to attempt to delete this data just to validate that it's not possible. As you can see, because of object lock, even the super user from the Wasabi side cannot delete the data. This can protect you against ransomware attacks and insider threats. Our data is guaranteed to be restorable. Let's delete our WordPress application. As you can see, our application has now been deleted from our Kubernetes cluster and we want to recover it using Kasten. Filter by removed applications, and we can now see that we have a removed application called WordPress that we can recover. Let's recover this from Wasabi. Select our export or restore point. Let's recreate the namespace because it got deleted. Validate our options. You can see all the objects to be recovered, and we'll click Restore. This now restores the entire application from the Wasabi backup target. Within the Kasten UI, we can watch the progress of our restore. And in just a few seconds, our entire application should be fully recovered. Recovery is complete, and let's validate that the application is now visible within Kasten. It is, and look, and it's still compliant with our policies. And if we log back into our website, it's completely restored with the unique data, and our application has been recovered. That has been a demo of protecting Kubernetes applications for ransomware with Kasten K10 and Wasabi.